What's up everyone, Anthony here with AnthonyAwaken.com and Awaken Outdoors, and today we are taking a look at the Vanquest Tekko 4. This is their latest sling bag and I've been really enjoying it. This is pretty much all I've carried for probably the past 4 or 5 weeks, and it's just been a fantastic bag and I'm really enjoying it. But before we dive in, let's talk about my involvement, my experience with Vanquest. I got my very first Vanquest backpack, and forgive me if I'm wrong on the product name of this one. I want to say this is the Trident 32, and this backpack is just a beast. So I got into this backpack after Blade Show 2021, 2022. I can't remember the year, but Michael of Vanquest, I'll pop a picture up of him. He came up to me and he was like, dude, you look really miserable with your backpack. And like, it just looks like it's weighing you down. And I said, yeah, man, that's because I am miserable. This thing is terrible. And it was a camera backpack at the time. So he's like, dude, let's get you set up with an actual backpack that can handle the weight, you know, distribute the weight well on your shoulders and your hips and everything. And I was like, well, good luck, man, if you can figure it out. And he figured it out. The Trident 32, again, if I'm wrong, I'll annotate it. But this backpack right here has been my go-to camera bag for big jobs, for events that I really need to bring a lot of stuff. That's the bag. Like, I think that's the best camera bag out there. Then I've also got, I've got the ADAX 25 right here. This is a fantastic like weekend getaway bag. Like, you can put all of your weekend stuff in here, no problems. You got all sorts of organization up in these front 2 pockets. Let me move it up there. There's 2 pockets there. You can organize that well. You can put your laptop. Just a fantastic bag. Here more recently, what I've been doing is I've actually been pairing up the ADAX 25 with the Tekko. So this right here is a fantastic sling messenger style bag, but you can take these buckles off right here because they're quick release. And let me see if I can do it one-handed while I'm holding it. So yeah, like right there, you can take these off and use this as just an organizer pouch as well. But what I've been finding myself doing a lot is just shoving this right down into the ADAX 25 and then just putting my other bulkier items either below it or above it, whatever I need to reach for first. And this has been just a really good backpack and sling bag combo. Typically what I'll do is I'll leave this back at the room or whatever if I'm traveling, and then I'll just go out with this for the day. But you all clicked onto this video because it is a Tekko bag video. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at these real quick. I'll start with the exterior, and then I've got the Tekko 6 back here as well. We'll do a size comparison here in just a moment. But this is the exterior of the Tekko 4, and this thing is fully loaded out. So you've got some little webbing loops on the side. I've got a carabiner on this side right here. And that one's just from Essie Randall Adventure and Training. And then back here is a zippered pocket. So like if you want to put money, passport, things like that back there. And then you've also got one on the front, and this would be for more of your quick grab and go items, which I'll show you what I've got in this here in just a little bit. The seatbelt material that they use on their strap is super nice. I really dig this stuff. And one thing that Michael asked me, I was with him last month. He asked me, he said, you know, like, is this comfortable? Is it sliding around too much? And I said, surprisingly not. I've used this one as one of my event photography bags for, man, several events at this point. And you know, like, I'm crouching down and getting all the angles for event photos that I need, but this is really not slid, even though it's the seatbelt material. I've been really impressed. Also, you've got, and let me do this without hitting that mic too much. You've got this quick adjust buckle right here. So you just put your thumb in this loop and you can adjust it out if you want it a little bit looser so that it hangs lower, or you just do like that and you just pull it up and it adjusts so quickly. That is, in my opinion, now the gold standard of sling bags, is this mechanism for adjustment. It's just so simple. You don't have any loose tag ends or anything, you know, flopping around looking all goofy. So I think that they did a really fantastic job on just the carryability of this bag. And that really goes back to why I first got into Vanquest bags, and that is that they're just super, super comfortable. So I've kind of hit on the main points of the exterior. You also have this grab handle, which I'm obviously showing, and then you've got some webbing loops down here. But let me go ahead and I'll show you all what I carry in my Tekko 4, and then why I would actually bump up to the Tekko 6 in certain cases as well. Let's go ahead and we'll start with this front pocket right here. This is where I keep like my full first aid and trauma section. So right in here, I've got a cat tourniquet. And I'm not gonna go through all of the contents. I'm just gonna hit some of the high notes. This will fit a official cat tourniquet, and my favorite place for that is just right up here at the top, because that is easy grab and go, and also it's gonna stay there unless you really try to pull it out. Also in here, I've got different types of gauze. I've got quick clot chest seals, and then also I've got just like a little boo-boo kit. Just having kids and being out around people using tools and stuff, this is always a nice option to have. And then there's just like simple over-the-counter medicines and things like that in here as well. But I keep all of that just front and center. It organizes very well. I know exactly what's up here, and that's really nice. Now let's move into the main compartment. I was debating if I was going to go main compartment or back compartment, but this is really where a lot more of the action is at. And in here, I've got, I will break this section down a little bit more. I've got a little point and shoot camera right here, because if you follow me for any length of time, you know that I am a product photographer. So it's always nice to have a little camera. Right here, I've got just a little flash unit, if it will come out of its pouch. So this is just a flash unit for being able to light different scenes, whether it's portraits or product photos in the wild. I've got several other things that are related to my photography. So, you know, I've got a battery bank, which can also be used for my phone and all that. A filter adapter so that I can put different filters on my camera. I have some hand sani right here. That's really handy when I'm doing event photos and I've got to eat while I'm out there as well. Like sometimes I can't run and, you know, find a bathroom or something to wash my hands. So at least that's nice whenever I've shook a lot of hands and then I'm ready to eat. Get a few of the germs out. This one right here is an Überleben Zunden fire rod. This is the version 2. Really dig this ferro rod, so that's nice in combination with my EDC. I'm able to make some fire and do some outdoorsy tasks. Just a spare bandana. This one right here is a foraging bandana from Wazoo Gear. Super nice. And then just a little bounce for my flash. That way I can modify the light a little bit. And then just some Slim Jims. This is my go-to snack. This is actually something I've been thinking about. I eat a lot of these and I know that they're like mystery meat. So if you've got some recommendations on like some good, healthy alternatives to these, I would love for you to drop those in the comments. So there's that. Yeah, there's those filters that I was talking about. I've got those in a filter stack. So I've got a cap on the front and I've got a cap on the back, which is really nice. So I've got those. And then up here in the front, I keep this headlamp strap. So this one is made by Phoenix. Let's go ahead, let's turn it the right way. And this goes with my Phoenix HM50R right here. So this is a great pocket flashlight, but whenever you put it on this right here, it makes a fantastic headlamp. So that's really cool, especially for outdoor use. I find myself in outdoor places a lot. This one right here is by Zero Feud. Let me see if I can, yep, there we go. This is a Zero Feud pouch, and in here, I just keep some spare batteries for my point and shoot camera, and then also just some spare memory cards. I've got micro SD and I've got regular SD cards up in here. So this is a really nice pouch. I actually bought this at the same blade show that I met Vanquest for the first time, and I've really liked that little pouch. Besides that, I've got some mints, just some little Altoids, and also this is something that I've recently started adding, and this is from Clean Freak, and they make just really good EDC-able, if that's a word, EDC-able, little like wipes. So these are obviously flusher wipes, so this is if you go to the bathroom and you find yourself in a bad situation, but I use these a lot to clean my hands and my face as well. So that's pretty nice. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot in here. In the very back, I do keep a little bit of spare cash, and I keep that in a Fresnel lens cover. So if you're finding this and you are not into bushcraft in the outdoors, a Fresnel lens, yeah, you can like magnify stuff to read it better, but a Fresnel lens is actually a backup fire starter. So this way I've got a fire starter if it is sunny, and then I've got a fire starter in bad weather, which would be my ferro rod and my EDC lighter, which is always in my pocket. But I always keep a little bit of cash as well. That way, if I find myself where cash is a better situation to use and I get a better deal or something, then I've got that. And then I also keep just like a gallon freezer bag. This ain't a gallon. This is probably like a quart or whatever it is, the one below the gallon. But I always keep something like this. That way, if it starts pouring the rain, I can just put everything right into that. That is sensitive, like my point and shoot camera, my phone, or whatever. So that is the contents of the inside. You can take a look at their pictures and stuff to get a really good look at this, but I just kind of wanted to show you all what I carry in it. All right, so that is a quick look at the Tekko 4 and what I carry in it, but why would you want to bump up to its bigger brother, which is the Tekko 6 right here? Obviously, if you just want to carry more gear and you feel like you've really maxed out the capacity of this one down here, the 4, bump up to the 6. This is honestly the most gear that will fit in this for me and its configuration. I have found that slimmer items really work best for the 4. So for instance, my little point and shoot camera, I mean, it's really thin, so it works really well in this, and that's really the thickest item that I put in this. But if you're gonna be putting something that is much thicker than, you know, like 2 inches deep or something, you might want to consider going ahead and bumping up to the Tekko 6, because as you can tell, this is a whole lot deeper as far as what it can accommodate. So these bags are typically meant for, you know, like an iPad, Nintendo Switch, things along those lines. But I have found that it does work well for point and shoot cameras and things that I'm putting in it. But again, just whenever I do want to bump up to those bigger items, or if I just don't want everything to be so crammed and have a little breathing room in case I need to add something into it, I bump up to the 4, or from the 4 to the 6, just because my 4 is so maxed out. But that is just kind of a quick look, just very informal. Just wanted to show you all what I'm carrying, what my thoughts are on it. I've been using the 4 and the 6 off and on. I mean, I've done a lot of travel with this one, but then events and stuff, I've bumped up to this a couple of times, and both of them have worked out really well. And I think that they're priced very well too, considering what you're getting. You know, you're getting really good quality zippers. I want to say these are YKK. I didn't check. They feel like YKK. They're very water resistant. Any rain that I've been in, it's not gotten into the bag. I'm not worried about my cameras being in there or any of my electronics getting wet. They're using Cordura fabrics, good buckles. I always forget UTX, I want to say, is the brand of buckles. And everything is reinforced. You know, down here, this is all reinforced on this webbing. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it. All this webbing is reinforced on the sides and on the back, so you can hang stuff off of this. You know, every now and then I'll hang stuff off of just the carabiners just because it's really easy. And I've never had any of my Vanquest stitching try to pop out. So if you're looking into Vanquest and you've never used one before, I think that you're really going to dig it when you get it in hand. You're going to really instantly feel the quality. I just showed a buddy last night my Vanquest ADAX 25, and he was just like, man, that's really good quality, because he was looking for something as a more premium step up from his backpack that he's currently carrying. And so yeah, I hope that's your experience too whenever you check these out, or any of the gear that I recommend. I hope that it's a solid recommendation, fits your needs. But if you've got any questions about the Tekko series of sling bags, definitely drop me a comment. Let me know if I can be of any help. And I more than appreciate you all checking out this video and tuning in and hanging out with me for a little while. Just remember, it ain't about the gear. Just get out there, experience some travel, some adventures for yourself, because that's what it's all about. Thank you all so much again, and have a blessed day.